start of the programme. This is a single-engined aircraft, single Volvo Aero RM12 engine. On that turn, followed by a derry roll and a reposition for a fly through at 350 knots down to 300 feet. Changing roll rates, one illustration of the aircraft's excellent manoeuvrability. When you do a lot of rapid rolls in one direction, the inner ear continues, the fluid in the inner ear continues to turn, which is why it was correcting it in the opposite sense. From the outset to be multi-role, very capable in not just the air-to-air and air-to-ground, but also the reconnaissance and anti-shipping strike rolls, and to have a high degree of adaptability like its predecessors, the Saab 35 Draken and 37 Viggen. Had to be easy to maintain in the sort of extreme conditions that can sometimes be experienced in Sweden. And also it was designed to be very flexible. It can literally be switched at the push of a button between different missions in the same sortie and rearmed in just 10 minutes between missions. This time advertised at 100 knots, so 10 knots slower than the other two aircraft that we've seen so far. Once again, flying into a headwind of about 30 knots up there. The aircraft speed over the ground is 70 knots, or about 80 miles per hour. Saab predecessors, the Draken and the Viggen, successions facing the Draken, not at all for the Viggen. The Gripen has been sold to several other operators, Czech Republic, South Africa, Thailand, recently to Brazil, which is buying the new Gripen E and F models. That's the future of the design. It first flew 2 years ago, bought by both Sweden and Brazil, fitted with the General Electric F414 engine that also equips the FA-18E and F Super Hornet. Beautiful slow roll there, followed by a very rapid A-roll roll. Although it looks relatively simple, it's one of the most difficult manoeuvres to fly and fly accurately, using all three axes of the controls at very
horizontal 8. And that outside turn, again, very, very difficult to fly using two axes of the aircraft at around about -2G. So very, very difficult, quite a confusing manoeuvre to fly.
Sure, we'll continue to do so. Coming in for a full stop landing, Major Peter Fallian of the Swedish Air Force with the JAS-39C Gripen.
This is the same as what we experienced during the rehearsals. This is going to be a very impressive short landing. Advertised here as 400 metres or 1,200 feet.
Wow. And he's going to be doing a 360-degree turn on the runway before vacating. A very impressive display once again from the Swedish Gripen. But now we turn to one of the centerpieces of today's show. The 25th of August 1919 was a momentous day in civil aviation. Nearly 3 years after its foundation, a company called Aircraft Transport, flown by Lieutenant E.H. Lawford, took off for the Bourget Airport in Paris. On board were a correspondent for the London Evening Standard, plus daily newspapers, the consignment of leather, several braids of grouse, and jars of Devonshire cream. Then at 12:30 that day came the day's real milestone, the first regular in the hands of Major Cyril Patterson, carrying 4 people from Hounslow Heath to Le Bourget. Britain had stolen a mark. Along with several other companies, AT&T was merged on the 1st of April 1924 into Britain's first national airline, Imperial Airways, and it introduced the famed Speedbird logo. In 1939, Imperial was in turn merged into the British Overseas Airways Corporation, or BOAC. From 1946, BOAC operated globally as British European Airways, or BEA, handled UK and European